So we have, of course, one or two kind of sideways downers weeks. The whole market had a huge dip. I think it's like a week and a half ago, beginning of last week. The whole market, I mean, like worldwide stocks, everything. Of course, that hit memes as well. But yeah, so we had some turbulent weeks. A lot of stuff was happening. Dev, why don't you get us up to speed and talk a little bit about where we are and what happened in the Hedgeverse?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, obviously there's no hiding the fact that the last sort of month or so has been it's been pretty brutal for us, to be honest. Yeah, the market obviously is one of the factors, and then just the momentum as well just kind of slipped. We had a lot of sort of bullish news coming out. The sort of Mexi Bitmart listing and everything. And yeah, I think after that, it's hard to sort of match it and top it and sort of keep things going. But we know after these sort of we had a sort of a 10x move. I think it's 11x actually, but from the bottom before we sort of had the run, and people are going to take profits, and it's kind of the natural occurrence of these things when they go up. They sort of they come down, or they go sort of sideways for a bit. So we've had to sort of contend with that, as well as the market conditions not being very favourable for us. We had a few times where we bounced, and then boom, the market sort of blows up and starts going down again. So yeah, we've had some very unfortunate luck during that time as well. But yeah, so that's been pretty brutal. But in terms of like the content and building the project up, it's all been really great. We've done a few collaborations. We've been working hard on the NFTs, which we'll talk about a bit more today. And then the content output as well has been like double what we've been doing for the first 3 months of Hedge. So I think in general, again, the chart, the market, it's not been too good, but in terms of like the project itself, I think we're stronger than ever.
Yes, certainly. Before we get what we have in, like what we can look out to in the next weeks and months. You've already mentioned the NFTs. Let us talk a little bit about the content. You just mentioned that I know you're working with like a lot of animators and graphic designers at the same time. Can you talk a little bit about the process? How does this work? Are you like sending them the ideas and then they send you basically drafts, or do you give them like some drafts and they work them out, or how does the creative process work here?
Yeah, I mean, it depends really. Some of the animators and illustrators are kind of like familiar with the crypto space. They work with other projects as well, so they kind of get what's going on. Whereas some of the animators, they have no idea about crypto. They're just good animators, and that's why I work with them. So in that case, a lot of the ideas will come from us, and then the guys that are into crypto already, like they'll share thoughts and ideas, improvements, suggestions, and then we kind of work on that. But there isn't an overall strategy in just in terms of trying to create the sort of mainstream feel videos with a bit of a hedge spin on them.
Okay, and I mean, like the animation that was released recently, the one about with the Godzilla, I think. I mean, that was really really top notch. I was really impressed. I mean, this one and the one from now I'm missing the movie that is referencing. But yeah, like these pass through that you were doing. That, I mean, that's really high quality. I think that we are really on a good good way here, content wise, for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think some of the animations we get, they're a little bit quicker, easier to produce, and we'll just they can be sort of put out a bit more regularly. But the ones that are like kind of aesthetically really nice to look at, they take a lot longer and obviously more resource as well. But they're definitely worth it. But obviously they can't be released every day, kind of thing. Unless we sort of had 10 animators or whatever, because they'll take it a good
but it's been quite a lot. I mean, every time when I look on X, there's a lot of stuff happening, and now also with the stickers, I think this was someone from the community who actually like did the work and put the sticker set together, and they've been there's a lot of stuff in place now for potential to use like from now on, to fill, and like the meme database is just getting bigger and bigger. And I think, yeah, it's not only that has been growing, obviously. Justin, I will bring you in here. We've been focusing very much on YouTube and Instagram. I know that one of those, I mean, in the past week or two, I know that one of those was like, and both are growing, but one of those was a particular success. Can you talk a little bit about the marketing of the last week or two and where we are?
Yeah, so I think, yeah, as Devin and Adam mentioned, with the spinning up of more content, especially animations, we can kind of move off of X and onto YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram a bit more. So we've done that over the past 2 weeks, and we've seen, pretty great and amazing growth on YouTube. We've gotten almost 60,000 views over the last 2.5 weeks, and we went from 100 some subscribers to over 2,400 now. So I think that's been a really great, great. I don't want to say surprise, but it's been a great outcome. And I think when the crypto markets heat up again, our YouTube will become a big asset in the same way our X became an asset when we decided to spin that platform forward. So I think that's been great. In terms of marketing, the one thing that I want to mention is, a lot of I see a lot of talk in Telegram, and I think a lot of people realize that summer is kind of a slow month for crypto in general, as people just kind of aren't in front of their computers. But as sort of we're reaching the middle of August, the end of August, coming in September, everyone's back at work, kids are back at school. I think we're planning a big marketing push that we're going to announce in the next week or so, and hopefully launch beginning of September. And so I think, with the that coinciding with the summer being over, hopefully that'll give our project the next leg up.
Yeah, yeah. Um, And you wrote, I think yesterday you published one Reddit post that I really really liked, where you were comparing like different memes in the last few weeks and months. Maybe you
Yes.
can give us a quick go through of that, what you were like laying out there.
Yeah, basically, I just wanted to see if what people were talking about, the slower months in the summertime, especially this year, if that was actually reflected in prices of different meme coins. So I kind of just, you know, took the meme coins that I could think of, like Doge, Whiff, Mew, some other of the larger ones, Ponky, Kendu, and of course Hedge, and compared the returns since June 1st. And I think basically, yeah, I took maybe 11 or 12 different coins. I didn't cherry pick them. If I thought of it, I just pulled their price and put it in this analysis. And out of the, I think, 12, the only two that actually had a positive return since June 1st were Kindu and Hedge. And all the other projects were down probably 50, 60% or so. And take this with a grain of salt. If I would have started the date instead of June 1st a week earlier or a week later, the numbers could shift around a bit. But I think the general analysis is just saying, no meme coins has really done that well, or at least certainly not the larger meme coins haven't done that well over the last couple of months. People are just sort of on the sidelines for now, or just not even the market. They're enjoying their summer. So I think that gave me sort of, I don't want to say comfort, but it made me feel a little bit better to know that it's not just us that's in this downtrend. It's basically the whole market. And I've heard a lot of people say that, hey, once the meme coin market starts, once the crypto market starts heating up again, meme coins will definitely feel that impact, right? Like if someone, if let's say Ponke really heats up, well, to buy Ponke, you're going to need to buy a bunch of Solana. And so when you buy Solana, you push up the price of Solana, and that impacts all Solana meme coins. So we'll feel that impact with any other Solana meme coin, right? So that's
100%.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically my way of saying, once this market heats up, we're all going to feel the impact. And right now, we're sort of building the foundation, increasing our Telegram members, increasing our YouTube subscribers, so that when that happens, we can take full advantage of it.
building the foundation kind of. I mean, like there's this phrase Solana summer going around. It's probably just maybe or hopefully going to be like a Solana autumn or something. I don't know, but like
Yeah.
maybe probably summer was not the best time to to do that. But like what you've been talking. I mean, this is not only memes. This is not only Solana. Like I watched YouTubers talking about like Ethereum, even Bitcoin, and things like that. Like this, everyone is kind of waiting for moves. This is all going sideways, down. You know, it's like it's the volume also. This is also maybe a good point to make that the volume like throughout crypto is like at a very low point right now. So this is basically, you know, there's like not much is moving and on all lobbies. Of course, you have like here and there, you know, moonshots that are always happening, but overall, on average, this is a very slow time right now in the market in crypto in general, and of course, so even more so in memes. Therefore,
Yeah, I think so. And I think just one last thing to add. I think,
yeah, sure,
this is where the strong projects keep on grinding, keep on building their foundations, and keep on getting stronger, even though it might not be reflected in the price, right? The projects with sort of like a weaker community, a weaker team, they might give up and they'll go away and not ever be heard from again. But when the market pumps again, there's just fewer coins to compete with, and we'll just be, in a much better position to
sure. I mean,
pump
this is
at a point in
where
the future.
we and the like we're team, we're dev, but also where the community, of course, is being tested. Kind of like who is still here afterwards? Like, are you going to make it or not? And
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're not, if yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Dev, back to you. Or do you want to add something to what were just talking about?
Yeah, I think one thing I'd like to mention is obviously we're all kind of everyone in crypto at the moment is sort of banking on the bull run and having this sort of next sort of euphoria stage towards the end of the year or into next year as well. I think meme coins are going to be they're going to be the sort of the thing that marks this cycle. I think the NFTs last time. I do strongly believe that meme coins are going to be the sort of the category within crypto that's going to perform the best. And I think when the sort of retail starts coming in and new investors, I think meme coins they're kind of like they're one of the first places people go. I think with Reddit and everything now, and the sort of popularity of them. But I think Hege is like with the perfect setup for onboarding new people. Like it's easy to understand, good content. We're established now as well, so I think we've got everything sort of going for us in that regard.
100%. I also think that like what you just mentioned, retail is not here yet. Like basically, we are recycling the whole time the same amount of the same people, and I mean maybe their new money, but not other people's. And retail is basically the last big push of retail was last cycle. So these people are not here yet. Maybe on a ETF side or something, there's like new people coming, but this is not. We're not at a hedge ETF yet. I think this is basically also what I think that we are getting prepared for next
Yeah.
market push, as in like all over crypto. Speaking of market push and marketing pushes, of course, everyone wants to know what is next. When Moon and so on, as always. One of the big topics that we've been kind of already rolling out, having like the whitelist and stuff, is the NFT, and there's been some rumors going around, and basically, I think a lot of questions, a lot of hints also. Dev, maybe you will, you can introduce the current status of the NFT and where we are, what we want, and then I will later bring Riz also on for the technical part of things.
Yeah, so it's obviously the NFTs have been in sort of progress for a while. We've been teasing the artwork a lot. There's quite a few different examples of what the NFTs will eventually look like out there now. But I think we've sort of watched a few NFT launches from meme coins. There's particular projects as well we watched. They're kind of they're launching with it's just the art. There's no sort of utility behind it. There's no real reason to hold it other than having profile picture basically. So I think we watched that, we sort of studied it, we observed how everything went, and I think we made the decision to sort of introduce like a utility aspect to it, which will sort of come in the form of rewards for holding. And yeah, that's kind of the reason we sort of pushed it back slightly, because obviously it's a bit of a technical process that it takes time to sort of implement. But that's generally where we're at with it at the moment. We've released the whitelist set, sorry. So yeah, anyone that sort of sent a message in the Discord room for that will sort of have first access to mint NFTs when they go live. But yeah, so we're kind of at the moment, we're just kind of in the technical implementation stage of it.
Okay, but do I understand you right that basically like minting one, buying one, is this gets you a reward? Is it just in the first stage, or is it something that when you sell it and trade it, does the like next person also? Do you want to talk about that, or is that too you don't want to disclose anything here, like how, about the reward system kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't think we say too much about it yet.
Sure.
I think we just want to make sure that everything we want to do can be done. But yeah, it's essentially going to be reward you for holding. There'll be sort of profit share and that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess I'll let Riz sort of speak on that. I think he's sort of leading the technical process.
Yeah, like yeah, go ahead, Riz.
Yeah, I think as far as NFTs go, right, they seem a little bit complex, and I think whenever you're working with like blockchains and stuff like that, and launching projects on blockchains, they're a complex network. But we have Brahmi, he's also on the call as well too. He's done NFT launches before. We're actually doing some testing right now on the DevNet to make sure that we can create the set that we want, right, and facilitate minting and stuff like that. The challenge is ultimately that back in 2022, the NFT market kind of dropped off, and a lot of the development work kind of dropped off as well, right? So we need a vehicle to actually mint NFTs, right? We can make the contract easily. It's very easy to deploy an NFT smart contract and have that on the Solana network, right? The tools exist, people use them every day, but actually the vehicle to mint them, it can be a little bit of a challenge, right? All these packages are outdated. Metaplex actually, they launched a new version of their JavaScript tool to actually mint the stuff with the front end UI. And all of the old projects, right, as reference material, use the old version of the JavaScript and not the new version of the JavaScript. So there's just like, what I mean? As NFTs start to pick up again, a lot of this stuff will become refreshed over time, but it's not so right now. We really prefer to have our own custom mint page where people can come to the site and mint. We have looked into launch pads and stuff like that, and that's an option as well too. But it's not as clean, and it's not as ideal for an NFT project to go with certain launch pads. Maybe some over others, right? Some of the bigger names, sure, that they'd be preferable to go with, but we'd prefer to have our own mint page. So we're kind of going through the process of testing that stuff out and making sure that's going to work smoothly. Actually, kind of working with one of the Metaplex community devs, we reached out to them, and they're going to help us support some of the development of that. So that's kind of where that's at. So we just want to make sure this goes smoothly for you guys when you go to mint your NFTs. You get your NFTs, you get the right NFT, and we're able to build something valuable for you guys and make it go as smoothly as possible.
I mean, that sounds definitely like team is working very, very, very in depth on this, and to making it like like the project that it deserves to be. We are not like just any other coin. We don't want to be just any other NFT, right, Dev?
Yeah, exactly. I think I mentioned it earlier, but we're $1 billion project. We that's the goal, and we want the NFT collection to sort of reflect that and have that kind of value in it as well. We don't want to create something that's lackluster and sort of gets forgotten about. We want it to be active and engaged and done properly, basically. So it means custom things, things that they're not quick, basically, but once they're implemented and done correctly, it's going to be absolutely fantastic for the project.
So we have A tier kind of, or maybe S tier NFTs. We have some kind of utility that is going to be worked out. We have we're trying to bring like the newest technology to it. When is all this happening? Can we get, maybe not a date, but can you let us give us a hint? What time frame are we looking at?
Yeah, so I think we're planning on trying to get all this finalized by early September. We can't give
All
an
right.
exact date yet, just because, like, yeah, technical things that there could be sort of hurdles and obstacles in the way that we have to get past. But yeah, that's kind of what we're aiming for at the moment, is early September, and our hopes are that the market's a bit more stable by then, and everyone's sort of back from their summer break as well, and get the most eyes on it as possible. And of course, as well, we'll run a whole sort of marketing campaign around NFTs once we've got a finalized date. It's hard to market them properly at the moment when there's not a fixed date on it. So yeah, as soon as we have that, we'll be sort of full focus on making sure that runs as smooth as possible, and we get it in front of as many eyes as we can.
So basically, we're speaking here of not even months, but weeks. Like this can happen. Like the announcement of the date could happen like next or within the next 2 weeks, when we have like the technical side figured out, as far as I understand.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the artwork's all sort of sorted now and finalized. So just the kind of more technical side of things we're just figuring out, and once that's done, we'll be ready to go straight away.
Great. And Justin, will this then be also basically like the NFT announcement? Will this be paired with the next marketing push that was hinted at recently, or is this like a separate thing? Or do we want to layer them, or how is or basically what is planned maybe for the next like 3 weeks to get to September? Is there anything that we have currently running or planned?
There's nothing huge currently running. We're running stuff like, Reddit posts in the background. We're running some YouTube ads. We're running small things. There was a caller that we got yesterday to kind of try to help us keep the floor, but the big push will come early September. When I say big push, I mean, if you all were here during our first original marketing push, where we kind of planned it all out, say we're going to do this much of SoulScan ads, this much of Dexmirror ads, we're going to do a press release, we're going to do a whole list of things, and have it sort of all sorted out by day. I think that's what we are planning for the beginning of September, and the NFT stuff will be layered in as part of that. So we're going to try to market not only the project in general, but also to the NFT space, and not only hoping to sell more NFTs, but hoping to bring a new community into Hege as well.
All right. Okay, guys. I think it's time for the Q&A. Let us. I'm switching over to Telegram right now, and I'll start with the first question by Seth Ollie. We're gonna go chronologically as always. Seth Ollie asks, what percentage of the NFT sales revenue will go to the marketing budget? Dev, do you have an answer to that? Is there like specific percentage?
Yes. So basically, all the sort of like proceeds from the NFTs will go back into the project. The sort of organizational wallet that can sort of handle like collaborations or things like that, or the sort of project fund, I guess, and then the marketing wallet as well. So it'd be a great source of revenue for us to help sort of push the project further. So basically, no one in the team basically profits from this. It all goes back into the project and helps sort of bolster our efforts basically. And then partly some of it as well will go back into expenses. So the artwork was like around 10 grand to get everything done. It's got really good quality artists, as well as a lot of, I think there's like over 200 individual traits that were sort of designed and hand drawn for this. So partly that, but mostly back into marketing and for the organizational wallet as well.
All right. Next question is by JK. Will the Hege camper be doing pop-ups, flyering, or giveaways while on the road to in-person chill and market as well, or is the focus serving primarily as a billboard and filming content? So of course this is referring to Gromitron's RV, who is also in the call right now, but and they're traveling through the US at the moment. And Dev, do you know what is Gromit doing basically besides driving with the thing?
Yeah, I did wonder if you're available, Grommy, if you want to hop up, then feel free to do so. But yeah, I think for the moment it's stickers that are being handed out, and obviously they'll be sort of plastered on every sort of spot he visits as well, as well as like obviously the advertising with the RV itself. I think I've got
And
requested here. Here you go. I'll get them up.
yeah, I also know that Romy was saying that actually he saw a lot of people
Hey
scanning the
guys, how
thing.
you doing?
Ah, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I am here now in Maine. We're going to be going up to Bar Harbor. We're trying to pick places that have a lot of people, standing outside. We went through Montreal yesterday, and it was just like, thousands of people outside, and we were just running up and down the main strip there in Old Montreal. Um, until a squall came and made everyone go inside, and then we left. So we had a little setback. I got sick, and then my family all got sick. So we're all kind of getting over it now. But we actually stopped early today so that I could start putting together some of the videos and things like that. And if anyone has any requests and we're on the way and you want to stop me and get a video with the RV, feel free to message me either on Twitter at Grammatron or on Telegram at Grammatron. Be happy to do that,
And can I ask you while you're on, have you been in like any conversations about it? Were people asking about it, or did you see people scanning the thing, the QR code and so on? Like, did you have any like social interactions?
Yeah, pretty much every day we see people going by, they give us the thumbs up. We see them scanning it. We see cars doubling back around again. Um, Whenever we gas up, people ask us what it is. We tried
Nice.
explaining we tried explaining what a meme coin was to someone who didn't even know what Bitcoin was, and that was kind of a little bit of a challenge. My original thing was to say, oh, it's like Dogecoin, only better. But this person didn't even know what Bitcoin was. So I was having to go back to the 2009 conversations of, well, what's a digital currency anyways? And she didn't really get it, but it was still fun. And yeah, a lot of people have asked. Some people know what it is, some people don't. We've gone through some areas where, they're big cities and people are very savvy to that sort of thing, and other areas where, people have no idea. But either way, it brings awareness to Hedge. so
I think
so it's been cool. A lot of people want to talk about it whenever we stop, though.
I think conversations like this show you how far down the rabbit hole we all are, right? I guess when people are like, "What is a Bitcoin?" Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how everyone that we talk to now, we're all working towards building this meme coin, but other people don't even know what that is. It's kind of funny when you're like, oh wow, I got to explain the whole thing. So it's fun though.
And are you tracking like statistics as in like QR scans, like QR code scans or something like this? Maybe, I don't know if you don't have them of course now probably, I guess, but maybe we can get an update on that in case that's possible, or is that not trackable?
I think Bev has all the info. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, there is. I've got stuff on that. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I can dig that out and share it.
Yeah, sure. We can maybe
Yeah.
on next week. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Jeremy. It's great to have you on. Maybe we'll, maybe from now on you can hop on from time to time and just give us an update on how the trip is going. I mean, this is like definitely exciting, and we're all following you. Yeah, here you are.
Thanks. Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. Next one is by KH. Is it possible to bridge hedge also to ETH? Lock there's liquidity there. So is it also a way to buy on the ETH, like on Ethereum? And yeah, basically he's asking, or he or she's asking about bridging to other chains. Riz, maybe I think you want to take this one. Maybe you can talk a little bit about if it's possible and if we have planned to do that in the future.
Absolutely. So there's a protocol called Wormhole. There's other coins that use this protocol as well. I know Turbo, they use the Wormhole contract to bridge to Ethereum as well too, right? So it allows you to create a token, right, that matches your token on that network, and then you create a liquidity pair on something like Uniswap with Ethereum, and the wormhole hedge on that other blockchain, and then you're on another blockchain and can trade it. And I think that in the near term, we've talked about it a couple times. Would this be a good approach to do? I think it's something we'll probably consider a little bit down the road, right, or in tandem with various CEX listings, right? Because this is in its essence, it's a CEX listing, right? It has probably some type of setup fee, some type of technical work that needs to be done to create that wormhole contract, or facilitate that cross chain movement of coins, right? So there's some technical component. So it's basically like a listing in itself, where you have some setup cost. Then you need to create liquidity for the coin on that other chain, right? And do anything else you would need to do to set up on a blockchain. So I think in the near term, I think we'll probably consider more various CEXs that can continue to get us more exposure, right, in various countries and stuff like that. But it's something we'll consider for sure. I think one of the things that attracts us to the Solana blockchain is the cost, right, of transaction fees. I mean, if you're watching during the decline a couple of weeks ago, right, the Ethereum transaction fees were super high. So will it, do we have enough to do the liquidity portion right now that'll be advantageous to trade along with those transaction fees? I'm not entirely sure, right? At a higher market cap, that's definitely something we'll need to consider because it continues to bring that exposure as well. So definitely something to consider down the road, definitely something that is technically possible to do and other coins do. But it's something we'll be looking to, like we evaluate various CXs.
Nice, thank you very much. Next question is by Sam. Would you please make an animation of Hege as the Turkish dude from the Olympics? I saw the meme that you guys did, and it's great, but let's capitalize on that animation since it's just post-Olympics. Then he continues to talk a little bit about Olympics and things like that. But yeah, Dev, what about this meme or in general Olympic themed memes?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of fun doing it whilst the Olympics were on, but obviously we know that trends move quickly in the space. I think Olympics kind of just on its way out now. So in terms of doing stuff that's sort of like relevant and current, I think we probably missed the boat there for doing that specific one if we wanted it animated. But we did 6 or 7 different pieces in and around the Olympics. So yeah, we definitely sort of took advantage of that trend in that regard. But I think in terms of animations for the Olympics now, I think we're probably slightly past that now, unfortunately.
All right. Next one is by Spiky Spade. How do you pronounce the names of each of the Hege universe characters, and are there new ones coming soon?
Yes. So Hege, Helena, Hegina, and Hendrix. I know Hege itself. I can hear on sort of live streams and videos, some people pronounce it like Hege, which obviously is definitely not the intention, but I guess in different languages the G sound isn't a thing. It's more of a G. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the general kind of pronunciation that the characters have. And I think Helena sometimes gets called Helena, but I'm sort of not too fussed on that one. But yeah, it's definitely Helena as far as the origination was concerned. But in terms of adding new characters, I think we mentioned this a few spaces ago actually. But obviously, we've got 4 characters at the moment. We want to try and like focus on them and create the content with them in mind. Obviously, if we want to do chapters, for example, that have 5, 6, 7 characters in, then it gets quite difficult to sort of make sure that they've got a spotlight on each of them. There's no plans at the moment for that. I think we could still probably do more with the characters we've already got, but they sort of all cover the 4 main stereotypes that we wanted to sort of portray with the characters in Hege.
Great. And I mean, of course, like down the road, there's always potential for more. But I think, like you explained perfectly, where we are right now. Next one is by JB. What is the plan to reverse the downtrend? How do we attract new people in some ways to help push the price? How do we keep people engaged during the lull times? I guess it's the always recurring question, like how to engage and when moon, basically. Maybe Dev, can let you start, and Justin can you can add some thoughts from a marketing point of view.
So I think as I mentioned earlier, like it's kind of at the moment like pushing against the tide that isn't going in our direction at the moment. The market conditions have been quite frankly pretty horrible, and the downtrend after the spike, which kind of does come in at some point. It's not straight up forever. But as I said, we've kind of been beat back down on some of the unlucky price action when we've had bounces. But in terms of reversing the downtrend, I think we said we're planning the marketing pushes, we're doing all the content, we're gaining new holders, and sort of getting that foundation really strong and sort of ready for the next leg up. I don't know if you got any. I know there's plans on the marketing side of things, Justin. If you want to speak on that.
Yeah, I think that basically covered it. As we mentioned earlier, we're gonna have something planned beginning of September. It's gonna be a big marketing push, much like the first marketing push. And hopefully at that point the market will be a little bit better, and that'll be the catalyst that we need to take our next leg up. But in the meantime, we are growing our Telegram, growing our X followers of over 13,000 X followers now, over 2,400 YouTube subscribers. So we're just gonna keep on pushing there. So when that catalyst kicks in, we can really pump to the moon.
Yeah, I think add something there. Like we were on a Spaces
Sure.
call at one point, and I think one of the devs from Ponke was on there, and the hosts were asking them. They said, "What was your key to success?" And Ponke said, "We legitimately created viral videos that attracted normies, and we were able to onboard normies." So, the actual building of socials is it's not an easy thing to do, right? It's something that takes time. It's something that takes work. I mean, the YouTube growth, I don't know about you guys, but I check up on the YouTube pretty much every day to see the subscriber growth, and it constantly blows my mind. So, successful meme coin is talking about the fact that building these socials was able to change the game for them. I think we have a lot of different things that we're working on in the background to facilitate that growth. And as these socials grow, right, we have more of a platform to market on ourselves that'll complement all the marketing that we're doing as well too. So it takes a little bit of time, but it's something that we need to do, and it's something that's just going to continue to give us that stronger foundation.
Chris, you don't have to go on the YouTube yourself, right? You can just read my updates, that, right? And see the numbers there.
Yeah, but I like to check every hour and see it go up by a couple, right? I'm like, okay,
you refresh.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the X, even on the bots X, I'll watch them and they cycle constantly, right? In between a couple hundred followers and stuff like that. But the YouTube has just kind of been going up. So it's very exciting to watch it just kind of go up. So I could read the updates, but I like to check things like crazy.
Yeah, of course. I was just checking. All right, I continue to the next one. Vladimir asks, X reached out over Twitter for a listing for a few days ago. Any news regarding that? I think, Justin, you talked to one of them. Is that to one of the people there? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We're not really focused on CEX listings right now. We have I think enough at the moment, but we always want to follow up and get pricing and kind of get an understanding of where their main customers are, et cetera. So when we're ready to take that next step, more listings, we know who to go to. So yeah, I don't really want to say the price out loud just because I know some of these CEXs are a little protective about that. But yeah, we have follow up with them, and we kind of have an idea of what's it cost. But we're not actively looking for more CEXs at this moment.
All right. Then there's a comment by Smokey, but I'll just skip over that one. Next one is by Lewis, and a very simple question at Dev: when Hege mascot?
Yeah, so with the mascot, I think at the moment we're we initially got in touch with a lot of sort of production, I don't know what you call them, places that sort of offer the mascot costumes, and basically the turnaround time and the price we got quoted for the first few just wasn't, it was sort of, I think it was $6 or $7 grand, and it was 3 or 4 months for the production and delivery, and that in terms of the meme coin space, that's a very long time. It's how long we've existed as a project basically. So we're basically in contact with a few additional ones at the moment to just try and find a place that can do it in a bit of a quicker time. and as well, hopefully for a bit more of a cost-effective price. So yeah, we'll see where that goes, but yeah, still very much on at the moment.
All right. Next one is by SR. Would we consider getting some business loans to help pump hedge, which could then be paid back relatively easily? I don't know exactly if you like means TradFi business loans or what exactly. I don't know. Steph, have you been talking? I think you've been in touch with SR directly, as far as I know.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's one of them. Like, as much as we know the project's going to do well, and you know we've got all the belief in the world of that. It's like, you know, taking out a loan to sort of pump the price. Like, I don't know. It seemed like quite a degen thing to do, as far as I could see. But you know, it's obviously, you know, if you try and explain what the loan's for, and it's to pump a meme coin, like, yeah, I don't think you're going to get accepted there. But I can see the thought. Like, yeah, it's a good idea on paper, but yeah, when you actually think about it, maybe not the most responsible thing to do.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Only put in what you can afford to lose, I guess, right? That's the rule. Especially in crypto. Okay, next one is also by Smokey, but I'm going to read that one. Basically, she's asking, I'm not sure Danny has flagged it here, but can we discuss the max C liquidity suggestion he mentioned this morning? Justin, I think this is down your alley. Can you like talk about what happened, give a quick recap of what happened, and also, talk about maybe the suggestion that Danny proposed of sending in hedge?
Yep. I think basically what happened was, our on a CX there's a market maker, and they're always quoting bids and asks basically how much they'll buy hedge for and how much they'll sell hedge for, and there's a certain amount on each side that they'll buy and sell, and so maybe 12 hours ago or so, somebody decided to buy a whole bunch of hedge on Mexi. And so what that did was that pumped up the price because it drained, a large amount of supply of hedge out from the market maker account, and it went up to, I think, 12 million market cap on Mexi. And so what Danny is basically suggesting is, he's saying, why don't we loan the market maker more of our tokens, of our hedge tokens, so that way there's more to sell to people who want to buy. And so obviously, when they sell, you would get the USD back, right? You're essentially selling your tokens. And so I'll just kind of take a step back at this point and kind of give an update on the whole market maker situation. So when we first launched on Mexi, our market maker kind of was not doing the best job, let's just say. And so our account, it kind of lost some money there, and it took us a couple weeks to really get that tuned in, and we're at a point now where we're at least confident that they're doing what we want them to do, and I mean that in a way that they won't bleed a bunch of money out. Having said that, we're still looking for potentially a replacement market maker. We've had some communication problems and stuff with this particular entity, and so we think maybe a different one could do the job a little bit better. I'm talking to Gotbit tomorrow morning regarding this. You know, they might be able to take over our market making on our different exchanges. And so I think the plan going forward is probably once we once we find this new market maker or really get this dialed up, then we can really um, scale up how much we're willing to buy and sell on the exchanges, and kind of quote tighter prices there to really get people buying more on these exchanges. Right now, if you take a look at the book, the prices get pretty wide after certain levels. So that's just kind of due to our confidence, or maybe a bit of lack of confidence in our current market maker, but we're getting that sorted, and I think the firm we're talking to tomorrow has some real promise. Not only in the market maker space, but they're in sort of as a general partner, they could prove to be somewhat valuable to us.
All right. Thank you for that overview. And yeah, I mean, you guys see, this is all. There's a lot of technical stuff going on in the background that to just have us where we are right now, and the team is really grinding there very hard. And yeah, I'm a lot. It's just major respect for everyone involved here on that level from my side as well. And I'm sure I'm speaking for the community. Next one is by Luis, basically asking about the utility of the Hege NFTs and what we can say about that. I think that we answered that earlier before the Q&A. And then we have one by Spoon. Should we have some fun with the community game nights? I know that someone, I think, was talking about the quiz or a Hege quiz recently. I don't know if that's Dev, do you know anything about that? We had the poker night some time ago. Do you have any thoughts here, or anyone from you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we've actually got a special guest up here. We got Joe. So I don't know if you want to say anything about this, Joe.
Hello. I don't. Can you hear me?
Joe.
All good.
Good to have you.
That's good, boys. Yeah. So I think we're gonna be looking into doing so. Yo, stop it.
This is so surreal, dude. Like you've been just,
bro,
just.
I'm sick.
I didn't know you have a voice. You know what I mean?
Bro,
I thought he was just a robot. Actually, I didn't know.
No. I got programmed to talk.
Are you still in Egypt, or where are you right now?
Yeah, bro. I'm in Egypt. It's hot, bro. I just turned the AC on, but I'm hoping my whole flat doesn't burn. So.
So when pyramid sticker, Joe? You've been talking about it. I haven't seen pyramid sticker yet, though.
But, bro,
competition's almost over, Joe.
Bro, wait, when's it over? 18th, right?
No, Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get it done before then.
All right, I got faith in you.
I've got the stickers ready. I didn't spend £1. Dev, do you know it's only £1 to like print 60 stickers?
Yeah, but I mean, if you try and do it on a bigger scale, I don't know. I'd like to know where you got that done, because
bro,
I've not seen quotes like that.
Dodgy guy, bro. It took me a long time to get it done. But yeah, for Spoon's question for the quiz night, we're looking to get like some quiz games going on in the Telegram voice chat. I'm just gonna try and brainstorm some things. But if anyone has any ideas or anything they wanna like send as a DM as an idea, just to get things going, make sure you DM me or Riz or anyone on the team.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, this is the perfect ending for this Spaces Puzzle. We just have like at the end always bring Joe on, and that's it. And then I will even skip like, of course, what is the next one you're asking? Like here, like if Justin will marry Joe and we will all be best men. Of course, my friend. Of course, we will all do that at the 100th minute party.
Bro, I'm dying from how hot it is here, bro. I'm gonna turn the mic off and leave you guys to it.
We will do that too. I think we are at the end. Thanks, Joe, for coming on. Thanks, Grommy. So this was a great Spaces. I had a lot of fun. Thanks, of course, to Riz and Justin. And yeah, I don't know if anyone has anything to add. Now it's time. Unless, of course, Dev, you will close it up as always.
Yeah, just one thing on the sort of like engagement and sort of games night ideas. I think the riddle thing was, I think it's definitely been planned out. I think, the first time we did it was a great success. I think we're looking at sort of not having it all as riddles, but some bits sort of like hidden in like animations and memes, just kind of Easter egg type things as well, sort of mix it up a bit. And as well, I think Discord is great for sort of like the game side of things, so we can have a look in there, see what we can sort out. But I think it's a great show.
When you just started your sentence with speaking about engagement or something, I thought you're talking about Justin marrying Joe again. I was so confused.
Yeah, doing Discord.
Okay, guys, I think this is the perfect moment to end it. Thanks to everyone listening in or listening to the recording. And yeah, thanks, Justin. Thanks, Riz, Grommy, Joe, and Dev, of course. Yeah, you can give you the goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, I think thanks Adam for hosting again. I think obviously at the moment we said earlier it's a bit of a gruesome time in the markets at the moment, but we continue to build, continue to create value for the project, and really get it in a good position for when the right time comes. To sort of really sort of make the most of the bull market when it eventually continues. I know it's had a bit of a break over the last few months, but I think things are project wise looking really great, and we're sort of getting prepared and ready for the next stage.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, no worries. All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.